Good morning. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the garden, show you what's growing. The strawberry tower. So far all the plants have survived and I see some little fruit starting to form. So let's see how it does over the next month or so. The onions just keep getting more and more gigantic. They've set their buds. The chives are flowering. The lilies are moving along. And I've been able to get a lot of seedlings in the ground. That's gypsophalia in the front, sweet william, which is a dianthus, some eggplants, some herbs, sort of peppers and beans. I just started putting my tomatoes out. They're getting large enough to put out. Again, this is eggplant, and that's the rudbeckia in the back, along with more sweet william. My amaryllis is going to flower probably in the next month or so. This bulb I've had since 2010, and I think it's spawned about 8 or 10 bulbs that are spread around in the yard. So walking over to the blue vase bed, the rose is doing really well. I've put in a lot of cosmos. The dahlias are coming up. There's some zinnias and gomphrena. You'll notice all the dahlias in this bed are white and they've been munched on. I think it's the earwigs. So yesterday I went to Starbucks and I got a big bag of their coffee grounds, and you can see that on the ground. I've spread it so that it kind of takes care of the earwigs. That's one of the things that I've read as a natural pest repellent. Let's see if it works. So I'm walking to this long bed that had the tulips and the irises. You can see the anemones are doing great. The irises will just sort of summer along and die down. I've got some green beans, peppers, eggplants in here so far. Just kind of using it as a backfill for vegetables. And this is the Dahlia Bed. The small green things, unfortunately, are weeds, but the large leaves are dahlias. There's about 20 of them in this bed. In the back there, you can see the gladiolas coming up at the base of the olive. And then lots of little seedlings in here that seem to have matured pretty well. Whoops, that was me taking a tumble. Got some zinnia, some straw flower over here that's really large, some statice. And I forget what that is in the back. And I don't think it's gypsophalia, but I forget what that is. Sort of getting muddled here. And you can see some other zinnias, and this is called gomphrena, which has a little ball-like flower, which I think will be a nice accent. The olives have buds on them, and this is a pretty reliable flower. That's sweet william and gypsophalia. These are the dahlias. I did sprinkle grounds. You can see lots of little munchies, but at some point the growth overcomes the consumption, and I think that's sort of important to realize. I planted 3 asparagus, and I see the first one, right there. You can see that, and this one has come up, and there's a third one there. We'll see if it comes up. The ranunculus are almost done, so I'm going to put in a lot of carnations. I have 3 or 4 6-packs of carnations that I seeded, and yarrow. So I think this is going to be the Carnation and Yarrow Bed. Walking down, these are the Swan Island dahlias that I purchased. You can see this one is called Fluffles, which is a lavender. So each one of these came with a tag and a print on the tuber. These are a couple of snapdragons. This is something called Artemisia. So I've got about 5 or 6 of these, and I think that should be a nice greenery. This is the first year of the peonies, so those are kind of hanging in there. They're not really thriving yet. We'll see how they do. The white jasmine that I planted is done blooming and is just starting to take off. I can see that it's getting a little taller, not that much yet. This is the first of the bare root roses. One of them is Chicago Peace and the other one, I don't remember the name. And this is the other one. So they both seem to have, this has the pink with the yellow center and the other one is just a pink. The anemones are thriving. I spring planted these, so these were gonna take a while, but I think they're doing really well. And I have probably gotten 100 blooms off the bag of bulbs already.